It's First Lady here, and as you can see, I am in the kitchen again today, and I am making a special Father's Day breakfast in bed for my sweet hubby. I don't know about you, but this is the time of year where we celebrate our dads, celebrate the men in our lives that mean the most to us. So I just want to do something really special for my husband. We've been married 34 years, and it is truly a blessing to be married to your high school sweetheart. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to tell you what I'm going to be making today. I'm going to be making for him bacon. I'm going to cook some eggs, scramble up some eggs, and I'm going to have French toast. I'm going to have some grits right here that I'm going to make. Now, let me say this. He's not really a grits fan, but I'm working on him. So we're gonna have some buttered grits, and I'm gonna make a fruit salad, some fresh fruit here, and I'm gonna make like a sunrise breakfast Bellini drink, something nice for him, just a non-alcoholic beverage for breakfast. And then, if I have time, I want to make him something sweet, so I'm gonna make this beautiful, delicious coffee cake. So, and maybe give him a cup of coffee too, because he loves coffee. So, this is all about celebrating Father's Day. So, this meal is for him. So, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I am still in the process of making my special Father's Day meal. This is a breakfast meal that I'm making for my husband. I just wanted to show you guys, I had some potatoes here, and I want to make him some special like air fryer home fries. So I'm just going to show you sort of how I cut them, and then I'm going to season them up really well. And then they're going to just go right into the air fryer. They don't take any time at all. So I'm excited about this. I don't want this meal to take a long time because I know he's about to be up and he's ready for breakfast. So I'm just going to season these potatoes with a little bit of lemon pepper seasoning. And then I'm going to use some garlic powder, give these potatoes some flavor. I'm going to use some Creole seasoning to give these potatoes a little bit of a kick here. Woo, they're going to be good. And a little bit of like garlic and onion seasoning. And then I'm just going to put some olive oil on them and stir them up. And then they're going to go into the air fryer. So let me use this spoon here, stir them up. And as I stir them, all of the seasonings that I just put on there are going to actually incorporate pretty good on the potatoes. So that's that. So they're going to go into the air fryer once I put a little bit of this extra virgin olive oil. And this is the only oil that I use. So I just kind of liberally pour it over. Just make sure that they have oil. Because you know how sometimes you can use the cooking spray, but I just like to use the olive oil and they just go right into the air fryer. You can see how well they are seasoned. So that's going to be that step. I have already placed my bacon on the pan, and so the bacon is going to go into the oven really quick. And then I have about 8 eggs here that I'm going to scramble a little bit later on. That's going to be the last thing that I do. I'm going to cut up the fruit, and I'll come back and I'll show you how I do my French toast. So I'm just going to pop this stuff in the oven, pop the potatoes in the air fryer, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to make this extra moist coffee cake for my husband. And he loves coffee and he loves coffee cake. So this will be something a little sweet for him to enjoy as I am making this special Father's Day breakfast. Now, I just want to thank you guys for those of you that have subscribed to my channels, my new subscribers. I just want to say welcome. Welcome to the First Lady's Kitchen family. And I just wanted to, just thank you guys for being on this journey with me as we cook. And if you haven't already, I know you want to, so go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the like button and share this video. So now this is a coffee cake that is kosher. So it is one of those things that you can use for Passover if you want to. And that's what I had originally planned to do it for. But I love coffee cake, so I'm just going to go ahead and fix it. My husband loves coffee cake. So I'm going to go ahead and make this according to the package directions. Now, it actually calls for 2 eggs and 3 tablespoons of oil. So I'm just going to use the pure canola oil. It says vegetable oil, but you can use either or. And then it calls for a half a cup of cold water. So I'm going to go ahead, and the oven, of course, is already preheated. I'm going to go ahead and just mix these up, these ingredients, and just going to start with the large bag into the mixing bowl. And I've made coffee cakes before, but I've never tried this kosher recipe, so I'm excited just to see what this is like. And so it doesn't seem to be very difficult. And so you know how people just want a little something sweet, and coffee cakes really go well with a breakfast like this that we are putting together. So I'm just going to add the half cup of cold water. I'm going to add the eggs. And of course, I usually add the eggs one at a time. So I'm going to add the 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil real quick. And I probably should have already sprayed my pan, because I think this actually, what I really liked about this is that it actually came with a baking pan, which I thought was really neat. So 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil that I'm just going to add. And you can hear that air fryer. Those potatoes are cooking in that air fryer. So if you hear that noise in the background, that's what that is. But this is 3 tablespoons of oil. And so I'm just going to combine this really quickly and see how the consistency of it looks with the water and the oil so far. So it doesn't look too bad. And this is going to make just a little small serving of coffee cake. Isn't this cute? It's just right and just perfect for my husband, as I am making him a very special Father's Day breakfast. So I really want him to feel special. He does so much. He works so hard. Gosh, I remember the time when he worked, I don't know, 3 jobs, 4 jobs at a time. He was always a pastor, and he was always working, you know, extra as a bivocational pastor, and just always doing everything he could to take care of me and our 3 kids. So they're grown now, and we have a ever-growing family. So we're just thankful to God for what he's done over the years. So I just want to make sure that I let my husband know just how much I appreciate him. So now I am going to look for my spray, and I'm going to spray this. I'm going to add the eggs, and I'll show you what this looks like. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to use my mixer, and I don't want the video to be too long, so I'm just going to do some of this stuff, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like before it goes into the pan. Okay, so I am finished mixing this. I added the eggs one at a time, and so it really is a simple recipe. I just sprayed this with my cooking spray, this cute little pan that came in the package. So remember, I'm making this extra moist coffee cake. So now the recipe calls for me to spread the batter into a greased pan. So that's what I'm going to do. Spread the batter evenly into this greased pan. Beautiful batter, pretty smooth. And remember, it only called for the 2 eggs, the oil, and the water, and that's pretty much it. So this is going to make a nice sized little coffee cake. All right, make sure I got all the batter here. Spread it evenly. Smells really good too. It doesn't smell like it's going to be that sweet, because you know how sometimes coffee cake can be really sweet. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. The next thing that it calls for is for me to sprinkle the contents of this package. So this is obviously the cinnamon sugar type topping that's going to go over. So it says here to sprinkle the contents evenly over the batter. So I guess it's like a brown sugar, cinnamon mixture. And so I'm just going to sprinkle that over, and if it's got any lumps in it, I can just use my fingers and take some of those lumps out. Don't worry about it if you make a little bit of a mess. Remember, it's your kitchen. You're going to clean it up. And we're doing this for Dad, you know, for Father's Day. We know that he is worth it. He does so much, works so hard all year long to take care of his family. So you do this for your husband to show him he's special, for the dad in your life. the person who's a father to you, a spiritual father, all the men that are just so special, maybe an uncle, maybe a grandfather, whoever it is. This is what we're doing to celebrate Father's Day weekend. So I'm just going to put this in the oven. I'm going to put this on this baking tray and put this in the oven. It's going to have to bake for about an hour. So it's going to go in the oven until the toothpick comes out clean. So I'm going to put it in the oven and I'll be back. Okay, we have an extensive menu for our special Father's Day breakfast. So I am just moving right along. I am busy like a little busy bee in the kitchen today as I am making this special breakfast for Father's Day. So I'm going to cut this pineapple. I'm just going to add the pineapple to the fruit. I'm doing some fresh cut fruit. And so this is going to be a nice touch just to have a fresh element on the plate for his wonderful breakfast. And so I'm just going to chop this and slice it and then just get it to where it needs to be. Cut it into some nice size, biteable, chewable pineapple chunks. So I just want to make sure that you guys are going along with me. I'm going to go ahead and add the grits, which this is about a cup of grits. So I'm going to add about a cup of grits to the water here. And I may not add that much because he may not eat all of this. So I may just do a half a cup. It just depends. You can follow the package directions on your grits and they will be just fine. And also, if you find that you kind of added too many grits, just add more water and keep whisking and they will be just fine. And I'll add butter to these in the end. So I think that's enough in terms of grits to liquid ratio. So I'm going to set that over there. I have my eggs scrambled. They're going to go into this pan. But also I'm going to do my French toast. So I'm going to set this over to the side and I'll keep doing this. Just want to show you how I do my French toast. This is going to be a really nice addition to the breakfast. He likes pancakes and French toast. So I'm just going to do French toast this time. So I have the pan here. I'm going to let it get kind of hot. These grits I'm going to turn so that they can kind of go down on low because you can hear them. They are already bubbling. So I'll turn those down and I'll add more water to those as needed. But I just keep whisking those. And that's how it is when you're in the kitchen. Everything's going at once. So you kind of have to keep an eye on everything. The bacon looks like it's almost ready to come on out. So we are moving right along. But I just want to show you real quickly how I do the French toast. Basically, I just dip just a regular bread slice into this egg and milk mixture. And that's all I do. I sort of just soak it on one side, let it soak it up. And then I basically just flip it over to the other side. Make sure it's all soaked in. And that's pretty much it. And when I get through, I'll take it over to this warm pan, cook it on both sides, and I will then finally add a little bit of what I like is nutmeg. So I'm just going to keep flipping this bread here, and then I'm going to put this into the hot pan, and I'll show you how the French toast looks, and I'll cut up the fruit, and we're just moving right along with this special Father's Day breakfast. Thanks for being with me in the kitchen. Okay, welcome back. We are almost finished. As you can see, I have this beautiful tray that's set up for the special Father's Day breakfast in bed. And my house is like a madhouse right now because it's Father's Day weekend and all my kids and their families and all the kids, grands, everybody's here at the house. So if you hear noise in the background, that's what that is. So no worries. We're having fun, but the bacon is ready. As you can see, I've got the French toast ready and the grits are ready. And that coffee cake is still in the oven. So I just want to show you really quickly how I make this, what I would like to call the sort of sunrise breakfast Bellini. And the funny thing about it is I like to make like these fake mocktails. And these mocktails, you know, don't have alcohol, of course, right? But this is like going to be a fake like sunrise Bellini, but you know, Bellinis normally have like a peach puree, but I'm going to do a pineapple puree. So as you can see, I have put some pineapple in to my little Ninja here, and I'm going to puree it real quick. And I probably need to put just a little bit of water in here or a little bit of juice. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a little bit of apple just so it can have something to catch hold to as it kind of makes the puree. So now, hopefully this will turn out. Let's see how this works. Never tried this recipe before, but you know I'm all about the mocktails, right? All right. So this is making a little bit of a... All right, so it's made a puree. And look how interesting that is, right? So as I am getting ready to make this, oh, I might want to, well, I think it'll be okay. All right, I'm going to start with the pineapple puree in this beautiful glass here. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of orange juice. Ooh, look how pretty. And for the final touch, I'm going to add some ginger ale. That's going to give it that little sparkling. So this is going to be bubbly. Ooh, doesn't that look gorgeous? Should I taste this before he gets a taste? Oh, wow, that is amazing. That's amazing. All right, so I'm going to set that on the tray for him. And, of course, this is the fresh fruit here that I'm just going to plate up in this bowl. This is just really just some pineapple and some cantaloupe. And I may even add some blueberries. I have some frozen blueberries to give it a little more color. So that's going to be that for him. And we're going to scramble up the eggs here very quickly. I just want to show you that real quick. I'm just going to heat up the pan, let the pan get hot here. And I'm going to scramble up these eggs, and we are almost done. So I'm going to soft scramble these eggs, and I just want to show you the potatoes that we did in the air fryer. These are going to be amazing. These are just home fries. And you saw how I did those potatoes. Just pretty much 1, 2, 3. Just pop them in the air fryer, and the air fryer does all the work. So now, as this pan is getting hot, I'm going to scramble up. This is about 8 eggs. Now remember, this is for our special Father's Day breakfast, but you know, we're all going to share breakfast together, okay? We love our dads. I love my husband. This is all for him, but we're all going to share this meal together. So I'm excited, and I hope that he enjoys every minute of it because we want to make him feel special this weekend. So as this pan gets hot here, I'm going to add, it doesn't take very long for this pan to get hot. Let me check on this. Okay, the bacon's going to come out. Let me get the rest of the bacon out real quick. So you guys are just kind of with me in the kitchen today. So no worries at all. We're just going through the motions of getting all of this meal cooked. Of course, the coffee cake is still in the oven, and I had a little bit of bacon that I wanted to finish cooking. So I had to put that back in the oven. So I'll set that over to the side. That is very hot. All right, so that is that. Wipe my hands a little bit. So this pan should be pretty hot now. You can tell it's kind of hot when the oil starts to move around very quickly in the pan. That's how you know that your eggs are pretty much ready to go in. All right, so soft scrambling eggs is a little bit of an art. Now, I have to admit, sometimes I scramble my eggs a little bit too hard, but we are going to see, can we do this to perfection? My husband loves to scramble eggs. His eggs are great, but I'm going to do it for him today. All right. He doesn't have a whole lot of time to cook in the kitchen, but when he does, that man can burn, right? All right. So now I want to finish scrambling these eggs. Soft scramble. I'm just going to turn down the heat because I don't want to over scramble these. And as they are scrambling, you turn the heat down and they can sort of just stay in the pan. And that's, I guess, the key to soft scrambling the eggs is just sort of just moving them around in the pan and really just turning the heat off and letting them go ahead and sort of cook, not on the direct heat, but turning the heat off early in the process and then letting the eggs sort of finish on their own. So that's what that is. All right, so we are done. I'm just going to let that finish up. You can add a little cheese to it or some black pepper, you know, if you like your eggs to be seasoned with those. I'm just going to keep these plain and simple, and he's going to do it himself. So now we pretty much got everything done. I'm going to come back and I'm going to plate all this, and we're going to get ready to have a Father's Day breakfast. Okay, we have put together a fantastic Father's Day breakfast. And I'm just going to put the finishing touches on by adding the hot butter grits just to the side of the plate there. And I hope that he enjoys this breakfast. I'm going to use some hot 100% pure maple syrup over this special French toast that we made. So you can see that. It's still warm. Woo. All right. And we have the Bellini, the pineapple puree Bellini, bacon, the home fries, scrambled eggs, grits. Look at that French toast and this fruit. And you can hear that the coffee that I made for him just finished. So happy Father's Day to my lovely husband, my beautiful, wonderful, fantastic, handsome husband. And I hope that you all share this recipe, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget, give me a comment and let me know some of the things that you're doing special for this Father's Day weekend for the wonderful father and husband in your life. So I hope that you guys will be blessed, and I hope that you enjoy your Father's Day weekend. Coffee cake is ready. Coffee cake is ready. So he will be getting a big slice of the coffee cake too.